Now that we've had a chance to see and hear about the importance of a well-designed base system, let's take an in-depth look at the 3 critical phases of synthetic turf construction.
So go ahead, tell me about what's happening here.
This is the beginning of the process of installing the carpet. And what they're trying to do is get the seams in line. So when they open the carpet up, when they unfold the top panel, the lines will be correct.
Start sewing, we actually have to get our center 50-yard line and measure out each row for us to sew correctly. For when we flip a panel, it falls right on 15 feet. Now to do that, we'll measure and we'll shear out as many rows as we need to get our sewing stitch as precise as we can to make that measurement. Within that, the seam is good, but if it goes outside of one of the rows I specify, we have to cut the stitch out and re-sew it so everything turns out right, and when we flip the panel, the line becomes straight. Then we'll take our tape, make sure we're on, and we'll just kind of book up the field sewing the seams.
As you can see on this field, we are at the inlay phase, which is that second phase of a turf installation. And this is when the field really comes alive. This is when you get all of your yard marks. As you can see here, the yard marks are all cut out and they're ready for that second phase, which is the gluing. And we use the hot melt system on this project.
Sod field, the lines get painted by a machine. Here with this type of turf, most of the longer lines get tufted in already in the panel, so we don't have to worry about. But when we get to the precision of the field logistics, I guess, we actually have to shear out and inlay them with the hot melt machine.
Well, as we've shown on these fields, each one of the sports on this field are inlaid with separate collars, and it requires precise cutting and it requires a lot of time and precision installation. But the benefit is that once we have the field all inlaid, each one of the markings on the field will be a permanent marking that requires no maintenance for the lifetime of the warranty and the lifetime of your field. So when this phase is completed, you have all of your field markings in place with the proper dimensions according to all of the associations and the regulations, and then we're ready for that final phase, which again is the infilling of the field.
two big spreaders, one like this and another one, and that's when we infill the sand and rubber. And we have a machine called a laymore with a brush on it, and when we get layers of the infill on top of the turf, what this brush does is just pick the turf up, so there's no fibers trapped and everything sits up real nice.